Every once in a while an athlete comes along who completely changes the game. Not just how it's played, but how people see it. And right now, that athlete is Caitlin Clark. Her journey from dominating college hoops at Iowa to stepping onto the WNBA stage has been nothing short of incredible. She hasn't just joined the league, she's practically redefined it. We're talking about packed arenas, massive TV ratings, and fans who've never even watched women's basketball before now suddenly glued to their screens. This isn't just a rookie season, this feels like a cultural shift. Think about it. How many rookies come into a pro league and immediately start breaking attendance records? Teams are literally rearranging arenas just to fit more fans when Caitlin's in town. The Indiana Fever, a team that's been near the bottom for years, is suddenly the hottest ticket in the league. Her jersey? It's selling like crazy. And it's not just WNBA merchandise, she's competing with NBA stars for top-selling gear. This isn't a trend that's going to fade. This is fans telling the world they're here for women's basketball, and Caitlin Clark is the reason. Then there's TV viewership. Networks are finally seeing what they've been missing out on. ESPN, ABC, all of them are broadcasting Fever games because they know Caitlin pulls in massive numbers, and that's not just helping her, it's lifting the entire league. Fans who tuned in for Caitlin are sticking around to watch other stars like Aja Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Angel Reese, and Brianna Stewart. It's like a rising tide lifting all boats. Caitlin might be the spark, but she's creating a spotlight big enough for everyone. And what makes her story even more special is that she's not just a great player, she's genuinely relatable. She's confident but humble, fiery but approachable. There's no manufactured superstar image with Caitlin, she's just herself, and fans absolutely love that. When you see her interact with fans or respond to criticism, there's a sense of authenticity that's hard to fake. She's not just playing basketball, she's building a connection. Honestly, her college career was the perfect setup for all this. She didn't just play at Iowa, she turned that program into must-watch TV. Back-to-back national championship appearances, viral highlights, and record-breaking viewership. Her games drew millions of viewers, and she built a massive fan base before ever stepping foot in the WNBA. Her rookie season wasn't a debut, it was more like a victory lap for everything she's accomplished so far. And the ripple effect goes way beyond the WNBA. Youth basketball programs are feeling it too. Coaches and parents are talking about the Caitlin Clark effect, because suddenly, every little girl with a basketball in her hand wants to be like her. She's made basketball cool for a whole new generation, and that's priceless. Girls who might have played soccer or volleyball are now picking up a ball because they see Caitlin dominating headlines. That's a cultural shift you just can't measure in stats. Now let's talk business. Caitlin is rewriting the playbook on sponsorships for women's sports. For so long, women's basketball players struggled to get major deals. Caitlin changed that overnight. Adidas, Gatorade, State Farm. She's signing deals that are bigger than anything we've seen in women's basketball before. She's proof that this isn't just about equality or giving women a chance. This is about smart business. Investing in women's basketball is finally profitable because she's showing brands what's possible. Of course, her rise hasn't been all smooth sailing. If you've watched any of her games, you know defenders play her tough, sometimes a little too tough. That physical style has sparked debates about officiating and how the league should balance physicality with player safety. Some fans feel like she's being targeted because she's a star. Others argue that physical play is part of what makes the WNBA unique. Either way, Caitlin's at the center of a conversation that could change how the game is played. What's really interesting is how she's bridging generations. Longtime fans who've followed the league since its early days see Caitlin as the next step in women's basketball's evolution. Meanwhile, younger fans are discovering the WNBA for the first time because of her. She's like a gateway star, pulling people in and encouraging them to stay for the rest of the league. Social media has only amplified her reach. Clips of her step-back threes and no-look passes are everywhere: Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Sports shows talk about her daily. She's no longer just a WNBA player, she's a cultural figure, and that kind of visibility is huge for women's basketball. It's breaking down barriers and making the league part of mainstream sports culture, which is something players have been fighting for years. Even the league itself is changing because of Caitlin. The WNBA is capitalizing on this moment, improving its marketing, scheduling more nationally televised games, and finding ways to make the product more exciting. Other players are benefiting too, landing new sponsorship deals and building bigger fan bases. Caitlin has raised the bar for everyone, and it's clear this momentum isn't slowing down. For so long, people have doubted whether women's sports could ever reach this level of popularity. Caitlin Clark is proving them wrong every single night. She's selling out NBA arenas, drawing millions of viewers and sparking debates on every major sports platform. She's the proof that women's basketball isn't just exciting, it's marketable, profitable, and here to stay. And that's what makes this story so much bigger than just one player. The Caitlin Clark effect is a blueprint for the future of women's sports. It shows what happens when you give women athletes the same level of investment and visibility as men. She's opening doors not just for herself, but for the next wave of superstars who will follow in her footsteps. The scary part? Caitlin's just getting started. She's a rookie with a decade or more of greatness ahead of her. Imagine what happens when she's leading the Fever to championships, signing even bigger endorsement deals, and maybe even helping grow the league internationally. The potential here is limitless. Years from now, when we look back at how women's basketball finally reached the mainstream, Caitlin Clark will be the name everyone remembers. She's not just a player, she's a movement. She's proof that all the talent, passion, and excitement in women's basketball has always been there. It just needed someone to light the spark. Caitlin lit it, and now the world is watching.